either will buy a loaf of bread or I will make my own bread. I have a recipe on my channel that I will link in the description box below. The problem is that I found out is the bread now in the stores is going stale so much faster, and it's not lasting the length of time that it used to, and it's almost $2 for a loaf of bread. I understand with the economy and how prices are just skyrocketing. It's ridiculous that you can't even still get like $1 loaf of bread, in my eyes, in my opinion. So I've been seeing on TikTok people using the ready dough. It might be backwards. The ready dough. Now in this one I had got from the commissary, and it was $4 and some change to be exact, and there's 3 loaves in here that are £1 a loaf, which actually is what I use to put in my Pullman loaf pans. These are the big long ones that you can, you know, make the sandwich breads, or I would assume that you could just half them and then use your regular, just, you know, little, let me see if I can grab one. Good job. I have so many of these loaf pans. So you could half them and use just kind of this one, or these ones are a little bit smaller that you can put in. All will, I guarantee, work the same. But as I was looking on the back of this bag, you can do rolls, homemade pizza, cinnamon rolls, pretty much anything that your heart desires, you can use out of this.
Maybe cinnamon bread?
Yep, so you can do cinnamon bread, whatever you want. It's vegetarian, non-preservatives, non-GMO, and it's made with pure cane sugar. And it's frozen, so it's easier. It takes less time to make your dough, let it rise, have it, freeze it, make it, all this. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this works, and you guys are gonna come along with me. So just like any other loaf, whenever you're making bread or anything, you gotta grease it really good first. Typically you can use butter, Crisco, whatever you want. I'm just gonna use canola spray, and I'm just gonna spray it in my pan. A pretty good amount, because I don't know how sticky the dough is going to be. And then I'm just gonna open up my packaging. Oh, it's so cute how it comes. It comes in a little styrofoam thing. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take it out, and I'm just gonna put it in here. And then whenever it starts, so you can kind of see it. So it is a little small, but typically what you put in here is about a pound, maybe a pound and 15 ounces. So it might not fill up the whole pan, but it'll be perfect size. And so when this thaws out a little bit and it starts to be workable, I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit so it can fill up the whole thing. I'm gonna cover it, let it rise, and then when it's risen to where I like it, I'm gonna bake it at, it says, $375 for 25 to 30 minutes. My oven runs a little bit hot, so I might do it at 350 for that time frame, 25 to about 30 minutes. But it says it'll typically take about 1 to 2 hours to thaw, and then to rise it'll take about 3 to 6 hours. But when you're making regular dough and bread and yeast and all that stuff anyways, it's about a 3 to 6 hour process anyways. It's an all day thing. But this is already done. You put it in, you leave it, forget it, and then you come back to it. And I was always so nervous making bread because if you wait or it falls or it gets bumped, I would panic. No, you just reshape it, let it rise again, and bake it. It's all gonna be great. Ah! Okay, so it's been sitting for about 2 hours now. I'm just gonna take the cling wrap off, plastic wrap, whatever you wanna call it. And see, it's awfully, you know, movable. I'm just gonna kind of pull it, roll it a little bit, not get my ring in it. Just re-smear some of the canola oil. And then I'm just gonna put it back in the pan. Press it down just a little bit. And it'll look just like that. Like I said, it might not be the full size of it, but it's definitely gonna be good, I think. Oh no, I got a hole in it. That's okay. And then we're just gonna cover it up and let it rise. And then we're gonna bake it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see how big this bread is. I'm actually supposed to be able to slide that on and it'll make it into the square bread. However, as you see, it is super big. And I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven real quick, and I'm gonna carefully take this off. I did not expect it to rise so big. So that is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So the one side's not as full. You gotta be very careful because I don't want it to fall. But look, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bake this for about 20 minutes once the oven is fully preheated. And I'm gonna show you guys when it's all done. The sides got a little deflated. Not exactly sure if the camera is picking it up, but it looks great. Definitely deflate. It must have got too big, so the sides caved in. But it feels great. It looks great. It smells great. So we're definitely gonna eat it. So you're probably gonna hear my kiddos in the background. They just got home from school. So it did definitely deflate on the sides. You can see. So I think that it rose too much, and then when it baked, it kind of deflated, which I didn't expect it to rise as much as it did. I wanted to put my lid over it, which it would just slide in like this. And then when it rises, it'll rise into a perfect square, and then it'll kind of stop the rising, and then you bake it like this, and then 2-3 minutes before it's done, you'll pull this off and let the top get nice and crispy. So I definitely think I'm gonna try it again and see, careful, it's still a little hot, and see how it works. I did take a nap, which is why it rose too much. I'm still trying to get over the flu and the head colds and all that stuff. And so both my kids were at school, so I took a nap, and I didn't, like I said, I didn't expect it to rise as much as it did. So I was actually really surprised. We are still gonna eat this bread. I think I'm still gonna try to do grilled cheese and tomato soups. What you'll do is you'll just pull the bread out a little bit, or you can smush it together. It's still got a nice crunch on it, which is really good. It's still super soft, and it smells, oh my goodness, it smells so yummy. I mean, yeah, it definitely rose too much. That's why it kind of deflates and stuff. But I told you this video wasn't gonna be perfect. It was going to be trial and error. I was trying that ready to thaw, rise, and bake bread. I'm gonna say it's a win. Even though the bread didn't come out perfect, it's still edible. It's still gonna be yummy. We're still gonna eat it.
Mommy, how long
for $4 to have the 3 loaves. I definitely think I'm gonna get it again. I definitely think I'm gonna get it again. But I think I'm gonna film the next one and hopefully it can be a little bit more perfect. And I think I'm gonna try to do Christmas, when we do our Christmas dinner, I think I'm gonna try to make the rolls out of the bread. I just gotta figure out the weight and like how to, you know, like the perfect ball sizes and things like that. But I wanna thank y'all so much for hanging out with me for this trial and error. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you.